Good morning. This is Rich Nelson with Allendale. Special update on October 11th of 2024. USDA's monthly supply demand report did come and go, so to speak, in terms of market impact. Probably not a large market mover. Now, on the as far as all these markets, keep in mind we did see adjustments for the old crop ending stocks, corn, soybeans, and also wheat on that most recent September grain stocks report. So these numbers do start out with a beginning supply, which starts out a little different. As far as the corn side, looks like yields are raised on this report by 0.2 bushels an acre, 183.8. Production was raised by 17 million bushels to now 15,203. Now, this is still a net drop in supply from last month's beliefs. Of course, we have minus 52 million bushels for our beginning stock change. USDA also gave the corn balance sheet a small positive there as well, with a 25 million bushel increase for exports. The net change for all these movements, well, ending stocks lowered. Last month, 2.057, now 1.999 billion bushels. So essentially 2 billion bushels for new crop corn stocks. Over on the world balance sheet, there was no change to the completed 2024 harvest for South America. As far as new crop numbers for the 2025 harvest estimates, no change either. Of course, that was exactly what was expected. As far as other competitors, Ukraine's crop was lowered by 1 million ton. Ukraine's exports also lowered by 1 million ton. And looking across the other portions of the balance sheet, looks like the Chinese corn import numbers. USDA lowered their view by 2 million tons to now a total of 19 million tons. Keep in mind, Chinese government's still quite a bit different. They say 13. As far as soybeans on the domestic balance sheet, now keep in mind last month we did have a minor adjustment to the old crop stock numbers. So that does flow into these as well. And that old crop adjustment was 2 million bushels higher, just a minor increase. Production in this case was lowered by 0.1 on the bushel per acre side, so now 53.1. As far as numbers here for this discussion on production, this was lower, just minor, a minor 4 million bushel decline. As far as new crop numbers on the crush and export side, no change there either. Keep in mind, we're still a little behind on both sides in the market's trade perception versus USDA's current estimate. Net change for all the discussions on new crop stocks, well, no change, 550 million bushels. As far as discussions on the soybean balance sheet for the world side of things, no change for the completed harvest for Argentina or Brazil. No change for their estimates on the new crop 2025 harvest either. So that's not really a big surprise there. As far as the Chinese numbers, no change on the production or import numbers. Keep in mind, there's still a big discrepancy on the Chinese import view. USDA says 109. I believe China is down all the way down there at 95 million bushels or 95 million tons. Moving over the wheat balance sheet here. Looks like as far as this goes. Now, on the wheat balance sheet, we're not going to see many changes as far as surprises. We already saw an adjustment to old crop stocks. That was seen last month. On top of that, we already saw the small grains summary, which finalized 2024 production. And that was lower just a little bit on this report, which was expected. As far as overall numbers, well, no change on the export side and a moderate change for imports. Net movements, new crop wheat stocks going from 828 to now 812 on this report. Over on the world balance sheet, as far as the wheat side of things, no change for the Argentina or Australia crop numbers. That's especially a little surprise for the Australia side. Keep in mind, these are our only two crops still in active development. They'll be harvesting in November and December. As far as the completed harvest for some of these other groups, Russia was lowered by 1 million ton, now 82 million tons. Interesting to see there was no change in the 48 million ton export view, though. As far as Ukraine, that was in this case lowered by 0.1 million tons for the production estimate. A little surprised to see the Ukraine wheat export estimate raised by 1 million ton on this report. So overall, these numbers are really not getting the trade's attention. This is more or less what was expected. Now markets are going to move more or less into saying we've got supply figured out. The next few months are mainly about South American production and U.S. demand. Any questions on this report, markets, or how to market in this environment, give Allendale a call, 1-800-262-7538. Thank you.